Welcome to the Montelrius Lafears Show. I'm your host, but I'm not a host. But I am the host that do the most, Montelrius Lafears. Sorry if that just confused you. I'm a complicated person. Well, I hope you enjoyed debut of Season 2, Episode 30. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I'm going to keep the energy levels a little bit down, a lot down on this episode. Sunday, kind of tired, had a long weekend. Fun, but kind of long. And what I'm going to talk about today is the transition from high school to college. Now, walking into high school as a freshman is a very new and humbling experience. Coming from a small environment in middle school, now stepping into, and now I was walking in a palace. It's a big, big place, and coming from where I came from, Brain, all my friends went to Ash, so when I went in, like basically I was on my own, little fish, big pond, But from the time you walk in from high school to you become a senior, that's when your legacy starts. That's when you can look back 10 years, 20 years, 30 years after you graduate and say, have I done all I can do? Did I accomplish what I wanted to accomplish in high school? Did I leave something for people down the line to remember? That's what you want to do as a freshman. You want to set your goals from when you first walk into that classroom. Even if you get lost on the way, I know I did. When you first get that schedule, you don't know where to go. You don't know what nothing is. But once you find it and once you walk into that classroom for the first time, that's when your legacy begins. When the first bell rings, what you do over the next 4 years will count. No matter if you don't think it counts, every move you make will count as a freshman. So freshman year was the funnest for me. It was very fun, That's before Dyson got real strict on the rules, and it was just fun throughout every class that was there. Just crunk straight through, Did it up Peabody style. Then, after freshman year, it's when it all stopped. But that's okay. I understand. You got to keep everything in order. As a sophomore, you have a year under your belt. I remember thinking like, wow, I'm not a freshman anymore. The way the sophomores treated us last year, hey, let's do that to the freshmen this year, but it's not really a big deal. You've only been there a year, so it's like you have experience. You know where stuff is now. You know what the rules are. You have an idea of who people are and how you should approach them. But keep in mind, as a sophomore, you're still young too. So it's like, you're not a freshman. They're the ones who need the most help. So I say, be help to the freshmen. Don't kick them while they're down. They just got there. It's like you remember when you first got there as a sophomore. It wasn't fun that people made fun of y'all. Didn't really want to help y'all, It's supposed to help the younger class. So as a sophomore, just take the year that you've got under your belt and keep it moving. That's all it is. Freshman, sophomore, just keep it moving. Now when you become a junior, that's when it starts to get serious. Start to break it down, start to plan. My brother told me to start my freshman year. And then listen. Mainly because in my mind, I see junior year as the year that you really should be just about ready. Now, it's okay to plan freshman, sophomore year, but I say by junior year, that's when you want to have what you want to do, where you want to go, narrow down to a certain point. Now, you don't necessarily have to know where you want to go or what you want to do, but have it narrowed down to about 2 or 3 options. What college you want to go to, what job you want to have, what major you want to, career you want to major in. You should have that all planned out by the end of your junior year. Junior year, you want to have fun because, it's like you only have one class ahead of you. You've been there. Now you have 2 smaller classes, and now you have one class ahead of you, and once they leave, you become the head class, pretty much. My junior year, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know where I wanted to go. I had in mind where I wanted to go. And my life just took a twist for the turn. I joined the football team and powerlifting. And as an athlete, it's much harder, you know. You try to keep up with athletics and academics. You have to have academics to, you know, compete as an athlete. But I managed to keep that, you know. I had in my mind what I wanted, you know, exactly what kind of career that I wanted to have, but it was still a little shaky. Now when it came to being a senior, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. The only thing left for me was, hey, where did I want to go? I had options. I narrowed it down. I narrowed it down to Grambling, ULM, and Northwestern. Now, the ultimate plan for me was to go to Grambling. But as a senior, and as I thought about it, I've been around the same people for 4 years now. I think when I was at Brame, I had the best time of my life. Different perspectives, different cultures, personalities. I said to myself, do I want 4 more years of the same thing, or do I want to branch out and reach a more broad appeal of cultures? And I was like, yeah, because, you know, that's what I want. That's what I thrive at. That's what, you know, new people, new faces, new races, you know, just so. And ultimately, I decided to go to Northwestern. Now, I'm almost done with the completion for my admission to Northwestern. They have everything that they need from me. At this point, all I have to do now is wait for a letter from them. Now, as a senior, this is where it becomes real. You have 1 year left before you're out on your own, into the world. When you're no longer under your parents' guidance and their roof. This is your time. They have been raising you for 18, 19 years. Now, this is 1 year left. Please, by this time, know what you want to do. Know where you want to go. And it's very, I'm not going to say that it's very stressful, but it's stressful because, well, the senior project. I think the senior project will be dismissed in the future. I heard that, you know, they're not going to have it eventually. But the senior project is stressful, but keep in mind, y'all, since it is your last year, have fun. Don't get into trouble. Anything you do that can get you kicked out of school at this point is just stupid. No fighting, no arguing, talking back to the teacher. Just go to class, sit down, do what you have to do to get out. You don't want to have to come back that next year or have to settle for a GED. That's not what you want. You've been going there for 4 years. What you want is the diploma, and anything less, put it this way, it's a failure. Seniors, be serious about this final year before you become men and women. Now, once that final bell rings for us, we get out earlier. So when that final bell rings for us, when we finally check out, that's when it's going to hit y'all. Like, there's no more high school. And there's only 2 months left of the summer after you're going out to college that you'll be at home with your parents. Because when it's time, come August, time for you to pack up, trust me, they'll be the first ones helping you move up out of your room. They will have you ready to go because that's what they've been waiting for, and honestly, that's what you've been waiting for. Test the waters, you know. Do your own thing. Yeah, a lot of kids complain about, you know, their parents' rules and all that. Well, there's rules for a reason. You'll see when you have your own kids. That's when you see. That's another thing. After high school, going to college, usually a lot of people try to start a family in college. Now, I'm not saying that it's bad, but, you know, financially, if you're doing financial aid and all that, I don't know, it's best to have kids at that point. I think you should wait till you get out of college to start planning, you know, because because of the way the schedule will work, you know, who would take care of your kids and while you're at school, you know, who's going to take care of kids while you're at work. But, you know, if you want to start a family, go ahead, that's fine. You know, if you can make it work, then make it work. Have the schedule roll around you. You can do that. The transition from high school to college is a long, rocky one. Because it seems like it's been forever that I've been in high school, but it really hasn't. And now that it's coming to an end, I've seen a lot of people, I've met a lot of people, you know, I've done a lot of things. Personally, for me, I feel like I've done pretty good, Peabody. I think I've left a legacy that I can be proud of and for future generations. You know, I've brought the school, I've helped bring the school a championship. Now I have a poster with my name on it, forever in the school, and I'm proud of that. I'm very proud of that, that my name will be in the school forever, that my last name will be in the school forever. Ladies and gentlemen, the transition from high school to college is basically how serious you take your 4 years in high school to get to college. What you do from the moment you walk in to the moment you leave. It's not a hard transition. It's based on your work ethic and who you are. If you're a slacker, you're going to slack, your grades are going to slide, college is not going to take you seriously, you're going to struggle. Good student, come in, do your work, don't say nothing, go on about your business. That's what you want. Can't be no simpler than that, people. Just do your job, and you'll be fine. That's all. Thank you for tuning in to episode 31. It's a good topic to talk about. Very serious topic, nothing funny about it. Keep in mind everything I said. Freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors. Just do your job. Stay out of trouble. Learn and boost your grades. That's all I have to say, y'all. I'm out.